dun, 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 dun. That's the one.
Sherlock.
This is where we go. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Alex.
We're really bad at this.
And that's okay. So today we're going to be going through the stages of TV show hiatus because 'tis the season of TV hiatus.
Yeah, and I need help.
Yeah, Stephanie needs help, and so we sat down and got some poignant advice from Psychology Today about how to deal with breakups. Yeah, because that's what you need.
Yeah, it is. It's like a breakup. It feels like a
is.
breakup. Where are we starting?
Well, I don't know. Should we discuss the TV show that we watched?
We should discuss it. Stage 1. Shock.
Surprising to learn, since I had forgotten until right now what it was. Shock.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the point of season finales, is the shock factor.
It's true, because assuming that there's going to be a next season, they're going to want that, like, cliffhanger shock. Can't believe you just did that. Killed them.
Yet every single time, I'm so shocked.
It's every time.
And I know it's going to be shocking.
Well, I would say more confusion, but it probably just has to do with the kinds of TV shows you watch, because we do have a lot of overlap, but at least for me, I feel like you get to the end and you're like, what a weird way to end this season, because, you know, you're leading up to something, and there's usually resolution, and then they do this twist, and you're like, that's weird.
I would agree, however, yeah, no, mine were just, like, I was literally like this, watching everything, and I couldn't handle it. It was rough. Yeah. So rough. Stage 2.
Anger. So much anger.
So much anger. I think I'm slightly in denial, actually. At least over Supernatural. Because, like, I should be angry at all the deaths, but I don't think they're actually dead. Because
it's Supernatural, though, and so it's like, okay, you killed them, but Mary Winchester's back, and she was the whole death that started the series, so, like, what does that even mean anymore? This stage could be, like, anger, denial, or just serious trust issues, I guess, where you're like, this can't be real, because I don't trust you, writers. I don't trust you.
Oh, our next one's fanfic, though.
The next one's fanfic, stage 3. Fanfic.
This one is also slightly denial. It's when you feel so... What's the right word?
Betrayed?
Yes, I like betrayed. You feel so betrayed by the writers, and you think you could do so much better than them. And that's when fanfic came about. Pretty sure that's how it started.
Right? Righting the wrongs. If there's any of our stages that I think probably have some truth to them, it has to be the fanfic stage, where it's like, it's right in between, like, getting over the shock and waiting for the next season. You're like, I'm gonna just write what they did wrong.
It's how you cope with the shock, too.
Yeah.
Like, you write in a happy ending. Like, someone will die, you'll bring them back to life somehow, and then they'll get together.
Happy ending.
Happy endings.
Yes. Stage 4. The relapse or rebound. It depends.
It's dependent.
Yeah.
We've had mixed reviews on both of this, because...
Mixed reviews from the viewers.
From our viewers! I'm putting plurals!
Sorry. Our viewer said that it could be either. Well, okay, my example for, like, a rebound is just, like, when all your shows are on break and, like, you've sort of reached the point where it's, like, you can't just sit and speculate about them. You find, like, off-season shows, and so I was, like, saying Adam Ruins Everything, which is, like,
Or
it's
just
sort of
Netflix
unrelated.
binge.
Yeah, or just Netflix binge, that's true.
Because that's how I started all my DC, superhero shows, too.
Well, okay,
One more episode.
my thing, though, with Netflix is I feel like Netflix is where you go if you're finding, like, a replacement rebound, you know what I mean?
But isn't that what a rebound is? Like, it's a replacement.
Initially, when I thought rebound, it's like finding a filler show until it comes back. Because this is technically just about a hiatus break, not a I dropped the series, you know? And so that's why I'm like, you find an off-season one that, like, started a little bit later, and so it's going to end later. Like, Angie's going to end later than everything else, or Adam Ruins Everything is going to be, like, somewhere in the middle of it. And so it's like, these are sort of filler shows where it's like, they're not the same, but they make you feel okay.
That's how I found Last Week Tonight, actually.
So you can find, like, a filler rebound, or you can find a rebound that it's like, this is going to replace it, or you can have the relapse, which is what, like, I did when I went to London, is I went back and I started Once Upon a Time from the beginning, because I was like, I knew I used to love this show, why was it good? And it was good. I think when you binge watch that show, since there's so much happening, it's somehow easier to be less angry.
That's what
about,
you have to do with like
Frozen.
Vampire Diaries
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So there's just some shows that are better.
There's some shows that are just made to be watched right away, otherwise they somehow spoil over time.
It's so true, I don't understand.
Yeah. The final stage, stage 5, is redirected hope. Which is a little bit vaguer, I think, than all the other titles.
Yeah, and I think it's because everyone finds redirected hope in their own way, right? It's like you can either be like really pissed off with season finales or even the TV show in general, but then you always like hope that next season will be better or that like...
Yeah, or you just give up hope and you're like, hopefully it'll end next season.
That's just you and Once Upon a Time again.
I know, but that's the only
Why
one.
is everything coming back to Once Upon a Time?
Everything comes back to Once Upon a Time.
I don't think so.
No.
Niall Horan didn't write that song about...
He could've.
You know what? We'll have to ask him one day.
Yeah, one day. Niall, come on the show. we didn't really finish Redirected Hope,
you
though.
already did.
Yeah.
Redirected Hope.
Okay, because then also I think, like you said, like it's different for everyone, because I also think that, like, Redirected Hope could come from, like, if your Rebound series worked out really well. If it was a replacement one and you're like, hey, you have Redirected Hope, you have a new project, you know?
Which
Maybe
is
that's
true,
how it is.
because I replaced Once Upon a Time with Arrow, and I freaking love that show.
Or you just have Redirected Hope, maybe it's Sherlock, and you're like, well, only one more year, and then the next season comes out. Redirected Hope.
You have to be hopeful. Oh, also, I think we should tack on to maybe Redirected Hope, but maybe just as final stages of hiatus, is like, over time, the craziness of, like, posts.
Well, and it's funny, too, because it's kind of backwards, because it's like, you know, the shock posts are pretty intense, right? But then after that, it's like, it's going to cool down, and then all of a sudden, as the hiatus goes on, you suddenly
like
get, like,
weirder
really
and weirder.
crazy. Yeah.
It makes no sense.
But I sort of prefer
Like
the
Benedict
ones...
in an egg. That was very common.
Gotta love the classics. It's an egg Benedict. Or I like the one, too, where it's just, like, the memes that are, like, about hiatus, and it's just, like...
We should try and, like, psychoanalyze these.
That's a whole different project. It can be, like, a side-along video to make up for 5 months of not posting.
We're really bad at this.
Yep. I would like to say that it's, like, a process, but I think we're just bad at it.
Considering we came up with this idea an hour ago.
At least we have a high-quality camera, you know?
We'll just work on the
This
lighting.
is way too much footage, and I can't use any of it.
No. We'll just delete it all.
Thanks
Should
for
we
watching Where We Go.
I was going to be like, should we sign off?
Let's sign off.
Let's sign off.
Thanks for watching Where We Go. Did I ever introduce myself?
Same time?
Anyway, we appreciate your viewing, viewer, and tell your friends to watch Where We Go, because we're going to post once every 5 months, and so it's not really a time commitment.
No, not
No.
at all. You'll never see us.
You'll never see us.
But thanks, Mom, for watching.
Bye.